Okay, Rudolph. Oh, hi, boys and girls. Welcome to Santa's Village. And it's cold out here and it's snowing, so hey, let's go inside by the fire, have some hot cocoa, and let Santa share some brand new Christmas stories with you. Well, children, it's story time again. And I hope you've all heard of Santa's helpers, who work in Santa's workshops in the North Pole and make all the toys. I have many elves, some gnomes, who work very, very hard all year round to get the presents ready in time for Christmas Eve. I'm now going to tell you the story about Norman the Naughty Gnome. He was very badly behaving. He was a young gnome and used to play horrible tricks on everyone. He thought he was funny, but he was not, because all he did was upset everybody. Once, he blackened Rudolph's nose with boot polish, and when we were test driving the new sleigh, one foggy night, he couldn't see his way home, and the satellite navigation we had to use. Another time, he set off all the fire alarms in the workshop and stopped production of the toys. Oh, he was such a naughty, naughty gnome. He was always playing naughty tricks, and one day I saw him put salt in the sugar jar. And I thought, okay, this gnome needs to be taught a lesson. I called a meeting with all the head elves. Gentlemen, I said to them, what are we going to do to give Norman a shock and teach him a lesson? Well, I've come up with a plan. So I explained to them exactly what we were going to do. We then put the plan immediately into action. The buzzer rang for a tea break, as usual, at 10 o'clock. We went to make tea, and as usual, I put sugar in it. As everyone was watching, I drank the tea. And in my best acting, I shouted, my throat! And collapsed on the floor. The head elf ran over to me and shouted, quick, call a doctor! What a performance I had. Maybe I should be nominated for an Oscar. I didn't know. But then someone had stopped working and come over to see Santa lying unconscious on the floor. And I was just pretending. Of course, everybody knew that, except naughty Norman, who had put the salt in the sugar. Every time Norman looked away, I opened my eyes and winked at the audience. The doctor examined me and explained that unless he knew what Santa had drunk, there was nothing he could do to help him. Naughty Norman was watching with a very guilty expression on his face. The head elf then proclaimed that there was nothing we could do for Santa and they would have to cancel Christmas. He gave the order to stop production. Send out the message to the rest of the world, he ordered. Christmas is canceled by order of the head elf. Christmas is canceled. Oh, all the machines in the workshop were shut down. And then all the Christmas lights were turned off. The North Pole was in darkness. We've got to get a message to London, said the head communications elf. Then they turn off the lights. So we have Paris and now New York. Yes, all the cities are turned off now. All the lights are off. Christmas is officially canceled. Well, Norman started to panic, as this was his entire fault. He was devastated. He pushed through the crowd and hugged me. As I laid on the floor, I heard him say, I'm sorry, Santa. It was me, he sobbed. I put salt in your tea. Please forgive me. Norman was crying. I promise from now on I will stop being naughty. I will be nice. I promise. The doctor said with marked surprise, oh, it's salt. Now that I know that, I know what I have to do. I will give Santa the magic medicine. Everybody, please turn away. Well, everybody turned away and heard a large cough. You see, Santa's such a great actor. Okay, right, you can all turn around, he said. Once I had finished my performance, when everyone turned around, there I was standing as jolly as usual and said, "Turn on the Christmas lights. Christmas is back. Inform the world." But of course, there was really no need to, because the communication was never actually sent. Because everybody knew about what we were doing except Norman, the naughty elf. Ah, boy, Santa's such a good actor. Well, Norman had learned his lesson. And since then, he has been a good boy. And everybody now knows him as Nice Norman instead of Naughty Norman. So children, it's better to be nice than to be naughty. Why, it takes the same amount of energy. So on Christmas morning, instead of giving Mommy and Daddy one kiss, give them two. And remember, if you're naughty, Christmas will be canceled. Merry Christmas.